If you want your makeup to look like this in photos, I'm going to show you step by step on how to get that picture perfect makeup. First step to any makeup routine is to prep your skin. I already prepped my skin with a couple of skincare products, but now we're going to move on to the brows. I'm taking a brow pencil and I'm just filling in any sparse areas. To give the brows a nice and clean shape, I'm going to take some concealer on the back of my hand. I'm going to take a flat brush into that concealer and just underline the bottom part of my brow. This is gonna give a nice clean look. I'm taking that leftover concealer and placing it all over my eyelids to prep for eyeshadow. Easiest eyeshadow look to do that looks good in photos is just taking some bronzer, and I'm starting off by placing it on the lid and then kind of just blending it out. Now moving on to the base, I'm taking the Patrick Ta foundation. This foundation looks super good in photos and it's very skin-like. I'm gonna take the Say foundation brush and just work that foundation into the brush, making sure that there's a nice even layer. Now to apply it, I'm gonna work from the inside of my face working outwards. This is going to make sure that you're getting the most coverage in the center part of your face. I really do recommend going in with a foundation if you're going to take flash photos. It's the best way for your makeup to look really cohesive. If you're just going to go in with a brightening concealer and then blush and bronzer, your face is not going to look even. So a foundation is a really good way to even out the skin tone. To bring some color back into the skin, I'm taking this one from Say. Cream blush, I'm going in with the Rhode ones. This is the one in Juice Box, and I'm also going to take the shade Piggy. I'm also placing the blush a little bit higher to give that lifted effect. For photos, I always recommend using layers of products to make sure that you don't look washed out in photos. Now moving on to concealer, I like to use a shade that's 1 to 2 shades lighter than my actual skin tone. Using a shade that's too light might wash out your makeup and it's gonna look too white under your eyes. So I always recommend just using a concealer that's close to your skin tone. Now moving on to setting powder, this step is super important into making sure that your face doesn't like flash back in the photos. I really like this one from Huda Beauty. It has no flashback. I'm going to take some setting powder onto my puff. I'm going to start by taking the powder right under my eyes to make sure that my concealer doesn't crease. I'm taking a little bit more powder to set my chin and the middle of my forehead. Going back in with some bronzer on a fluffy brush, and I'm placing this everywhere where we placed that cream bronzer. This is really going to make sure that we don't look washed out in our photos. I'm going to add a little bit more blush. This is the one from Rare Beauty. Don't be scared to pack on that product because when you take photos, it really does wash you out. Now I'm going back into the brows. I'm taking this eyebrow gel from L'Oreal. Finish off the eyes. I'm going in with my Shiseido lash curler. Lastly, I'm going to add some mascara. For my lips, I'm taking the Refy lip liner. Now I'm taking my favorite lipstick. This is the one from YSL. To set my face, I'm going to take the One Size Glass setting spray. And this is the final makeup look. If you follow this routine, I guarantee that your makeup is going to look so much better in photos.